Welcome back. This is part 2 of the walk at Oak Hill Cemetery, Cartersville, Georgia.
You can see this is by no means a small cemetery. Take a look here. Now they have a view. This is John H. Satterfield, born September 2nd, 1828, died April 20th, 1887. I know there's a Satterfield in here that was a Confederate veteran, and I don't think that this is him. I believe there's a monument to him. Curtis, son of J. C. and H. L. Wofford. August 11th, 1895 to February 25th, 1910. Here we have James Samples, born July 3rd, 1837, died November 23rd, 1896. Claude Marshall Cantrell Jr., AW2 U.S. Navy, April 5th, 1956 to December 11th, 1977. Thank you much for your service, sir. This must be Claude Sr. Claude Cantrell, U.S. Army, World War II, September 13th, 1908 to November 20th, 1994. Thank you much for your service, sir.
Brad.
And here we have J.R. Perot, July 10th, 1872, age 45 years. Wow.
What is the date?
Today, if I am not mistaken, is July 24th, 2024. More Collins.
Stressed.
Yeah, here's Mr. Satterfield. I knew he was here somewhere. S. Jasper Satterfield, Company, Private Company A, 8th Battalion, Georgia Infantry, Confederate States Army, 1844 to 1864. Thank you much for your service, sir. This is Larkin B. Satterfield, 3rd Lieutenant, Murray Rangers, Mounted Militia, Murray County, Georgia, 1806 to 1889. Thank you much for your service, sir.
It's impossible.
And then John L. Satterfield, Private Company I, 23rd Regiment, Georgia Infantry, Confederate States Army, 1834 to 1864. Thank you very much for your service and sacrifice, sir. Again, another example of how war not only affects individuals, but it affects families as well. Now this is the crypt, mausoleum, or what you want to call it, of the Tumlins. You have this metal gate. It's been welded shut. And then the door behind it, even though some of them are poked out, has little glass fixtures in there, I guess, to add light. I would have to say that's not going anywhere anytime soon.
I like you.
Well, thank you. That's not going anywhere anytime soon. Here we have Norton B. Tumlin, HMC U.S. Navy, World War II Korea, September 28th, 1920 to February 11th, 2005. And his loving wife, mother, and grandmother, Doris Smith Tumlin, November 22nd, 1926 to November 3rd, 2014. And this is Colonel Lewis Tumlin, born May 19th, 1809, died June 2nd, 1875. So I would have to assume that he's in the crypt. You guys don't want me singing right now. We have Lewis H. and Aloui Tumlin. Lewis H., April 16th, 1886 to March 3rd, 1965. And Aloui, March 26, 1893 to February 2nd, 1988. And here we have, in memory of my dear husband, George H. Tumlin, April 18th, 1856 to July 7th, 1890. And Miss Georgia Tumlin, January 16th, 1860, July 16th, 1943. Colonel, thank you very much for your service, sir, and sacrifice. Hopefully, hopefully you are resting. And no, I'm not a psychic. I've been told that I'm a sensitive, whatever that really means. So here we have the Johnsons. We have Colonel Abda Johnson, first mayor of Cartersville, 1872. Thank you much for your service and sacrifice, Colonel. And see how this is all grown up here. The ivy's all over it. I mean, beautiful, but have Lily Johnson Bradley, wife of William A. Bradley, December 23rd, 1856 to December 24th, 1933. Wow. We have more Collins here. Miles A. Collins, born February 12th, 1840, died January 22nd,
I know.
1896. We have this little cast iron fencing here. And if there was a stone here, it's gone, or maybe it's underneath all that grass. All right. So, stay tuned. Be right back with you on our next and probably final stop. Okay, just when you think I spotted this, I saw that stone, and I had to stop with the cross sabers. This here is Lieutenant Colonel William W. Rich, Commander, Phillips Legion, Georgia Volunteer Cavalry, Confederate States Army, June 3rd, 1823 to April 26th, 1892. Placed here by his great-great-grandsons Darrell F. and H. Roger Starnes, Commander of Phillips Legion, Georgia Volunteer Cavalry, fought in Gettysburg,
Please come back.
Chancellorsville, Cold Harbor, Wilderness, Fredericksburg, and Trevilian Station. A captain in the war with Mexico, captain and lieutenant colonel in the war between the states. Soldier, planter, attorney, Assistant U.S. Marshal, and gentleman. Colonel, thank you very much for your service, sir. Wow. I couldn't pass that up, guys. And here we have Quartermaster Sergeant Augustus A. Skinner, Company S.
Rebel.
That's right. Company S, 22nd Georgia Infantry, Confederate States Army, March 26th, 1835 to April 30th, 1881. Thank you much for your service, sir. We have Dr. I.A. Thomas, who departed this life September 18th, 1871, aged 37 years. Was a Mason.
Have you been before?
Wow. No, I haven't been a Mason, and I'm not a Mason, and I'm too old to become a Mason. As far as I know, there's no one in my family who's ever been Masons. We have First Sergeant Samuel F. Millam, Company H, 4th Georgia Reserves, Confederate States Army. Thank you much for your service, sir. Here we have Raymond E. Young, Sr., Sergeant, U.S. Army, World War II, January 20th, 1919 to November 8th, 1982. Thank you much for your service, sir. Here we have Private David B. Freeman, Company D, 6th Georgia Cavalry, Confederate States Army, May 1st, 1851 to June 18th, 1929. Very large yeah, it's for Reverend Sam P. Jones, born October 16th, 1847, died October 15th, 1906. His family's buried here. With
Ashley.
listed there, Sam Jones and several of his children. Looks like they were reverends as well. And this is for his wife, Laura McElwain. Born June 30th, 1850, died January 18th, 1926. Wow. Well, that's it for this location. And this is Oak Hill Cemetery in Cartersville, Georgia. Quite a large cemetery, very beautiful. Have some very beautiful monuments. Of course, you can't see everything. So I definitely suggest visiting if you have the opportunity to. By all means, please leave comments if you got questions. If there's anybody wants me to come back here and look for someone specific, I can. There's a link in the description for the site that has all the different sections with the list of the interred there. It doesn't tell their exact location within those sections, and some of these sections are pretty large. There is the old church section here, Ebenezer Methodist Church. I believe that one was built in 1838-ish and then moved into Cartersville proper around 1848, 1858, somewhere in that time frame. But that's what started the cemetery here, was that church being here, and it just expanded from there. I'm going to try to drop a video every Monday and Thursday. And I appreciate you. Have a blessed one, and we'll see you on the next walk.
Thank you for watching Cemetery Walks with Milvet. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like and notification button, and we'll see you back here on our next walk.